Steve, David Aldridge with The Athletic, man. How are you?
Hi, DA. How you doing?
Man, I'm all right. Is Kelly pressing or is he just missing?
Oh, he's pressing. He's pressing. I mean, if you've played in the NBA long enough, then you've gone through this. Everybody goes through it. Klay has had, for our beat writers, they're well aware. Klay's had about 3 different seasons where, for whatever reason, he has started out 5 for 34, something crazy like that. And I think it's probably more common at the beginning of the season, especially if you're with a new team, you're trying to make a good impression. And what happens is, what I always try to tell guys is just lock in on defense and go get an offensive rebound, set a screen for somebody, and all of a sudden you get a couple cheap ones and the gods shine upon you and the ball goes in. Then you make a 3 and then you forget about it and you go, yeah, we got 68 games left after this. So, I mean, it's just, it's almost inevitable. I noticed, going through our scouting report of Detroit today, Svi is 2 for 18. Svi is one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, and he's off to a rough start for the Pistons, and it happens. It's just it's the way it goes, and I probably just jinxed myself. Svi's probably going to hit 5 of them tonight, and hopefully Kelly hits 5, and it counteracts each other.
So how did you get out of your own head when you were going through a little slump?
I never did. I was in my head for 15 years, and it was a miserable place to be, DA. Miserable. I hated myself by the end. I just wanted to go and do broadcasting. It was much healthier. No, I think there are techniques that you have to use. And as I grew, as I got more experience, I figured some things out, maybe watch some tape of a really good game that you had. Maybe visualization, meditation. I think at one point in my career, at least at one point, I was writing FI on the end of my shoe.
Right.
Yeah. And then you can figure out what those initials stood for. And in fact, one of the proudest moments of my life, I told that story to Chris Ballard. He wrote a book called the Book of Basketball, I think it's called, or the Beautiful Game.
Yeah.
He had a chapter on each skill in the game. So the chapter on shooting, he chose me to spotlight, and he asked that question: how did I get out of funks? And I told him the FI story, and I was doing broadcasting years later, and I had a college coach come up to me before the game. And he said, hey, I just want you to know I shared the Chris Ballard book with all of our players. And we've got 3 players who wrote FI on their shoes for the game tonight. They've all been struggling. So I was very proud. It was my biggest contribution to the game, was getting young players to write profanity on their shoes. So I felt really good about myself. Anybody else? All right. We'll talk to you guys after the game.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Steve.
And as an FYI, post-game, we're going to do it relatively quickly. There's an ice storm coming to Detroit, so we need to get out here as soon as we can. So I'll probably have coaching here literally 4 or 5 minutes after the game and ready to rock and roll. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ray.